Welcome back to the channel. I know I have not shown this tank for several months. It was in that little tour that I did of all the tanks that we had going at the time, and I just haven't shown it since. I haven't really done anything with it. It's been set up for, gosh, maybe 7 years with hardly any changes except for plants. So it's time for a change. So this video it's going to be a short one, and I kind of want to see what you guys think. Give me your ideas. Tell me what you would like to do if you had something like this. So it is just a cheap little 5-gallon tank that I bought at Walmart, heck, probably 20 years ago now. As you can see, it has a little dwarf African frog that is nice and chubby. And we have some neons in here. There's a white cloud. Helps if you can see my finger. There's a white cloud here. They all get along. There's some other ones in back here in the back over here on this side as well. You can see some of them popping up every once in a while. Not a huge population. We do have an algae eater in here somewhere as well, but he likes to hide. Everybody's kind of here waiting for me to feed them. So I thought I would feed them and you guys could see the tank, see what it looks like now, and then here soon come with me for a complete revamp on it. There's no aqua soil in it or anything like that. It is literally just a gravel tank, just like most people do when they're starting off. It's just gravel. There's nothing else in it. We have a little cave that's colorful, something that I'm sure all of us in the hobby have bought something similar at some point in time. And then we have all of the plants that are no longer stuck in the gravel because somebody likes to dig. I'm not going to mention any names or point any fingers, but somebody likes to dig my plants up. But we have the Cardinalis. There's in and amongst that, it's kind of hard to see from this angle here, but there is some of the dwarf hairgrass in there. It was actually, it wasn't carpeting in this tank because there's really nothing there for it, but it was doing okay. Not the best it could do, but it was also the first time I'd really tried it. But we have that. All of this over here, this is the water lettuce. If you watch my pond video that I had outside, that was the lettuce that was in the top of the pond where the water fountain kind of came down. And it is just, we have snow in the forecast tomorrow. Just too cold for it to stay outside. And I wanted to save some of it. Thought it might do okay here in this tank with the brighter light. So I brought it inside. We also have let me finish. Apparently I can't feed and think at the same time. Right where that little white cloud is, grabbing the food right in the front there, there's also a little bit of rotala. And again, didn't stay planted. Here in the middle, we have some Boost Philandra, and then back in the back, you can't see it, we have Java moss on a few rocks that need trimmed, because you can see it's creeping over into the middle here. And then there's also a little Echinodorus in there as well. So chock full of plants. The front needs cleaned. You can see some little bit of the A little bit of the algae over here. Needs a good cleaning. The little, minerals and stuff from the water up here on the top need cleaned off. But the fish seem to be happy. I don't know where everybody else is. Probably because I'm sitting here talking, and I don't usually do that with this tank. But everybody in there is happy and healthy. It'd be, I don't know. It'd be nice if I had more of the white clouds. They are my favorite, but the tetras seem to be enjoying it. And the white clouds, I've had a hard time getting them here lately. Nobody seems to have them, and I don't really want to order them. So, but my thought was this. This definitely needs the attention. I want to get it cleaned up some. I'm going to be changing out the filter because this filter back here in the back is about that thick, and it is probably about that wide. So it takes up a chunk of the tank, and I had in same as the guppy tank, I have this little Nicrew Magic Jet filter bought off of Amazon. Really liked it, thought it did well in the other tank, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to take this filter out, put the smaller filter in. It'll do well. I've got a ton of plants that'll be in this tank, because most of these plants are going to be staying in here. So my thought was, I'm going to take everything out of here, give it a really good clean. So we're starting off with a clean slate, and it's going to get a nutrient layer for the aqua soil. And I've got enough gravel in here that I could probably do a good 2-inch capping layer of the gravel on top of the aqua soil. So I'm not thinking I'm going to do too much different with that. And as you can see, it's white gravel, and we don't have any algae on it. So the plants are doing their job, and the algae eater's doing his job. It's just a matter of making it look nicer, and they deserve a tank that looks nice. So let's do that, right? So again, comments, let me know what you would do. I've got all these plants. Describe to me what you think you would do with something like that. But I'm thinking maybe get rid of this. Not, throw it out or something, but take it out of the tank. It does take up a rather large footprint of the tank space. If I take it out of there, then I can spread the plants out a little bit more. Might be able to arrange it so I see the fish more. And and at the end of the day, this tank and the guppy tank that is right next door to it, they're right there in the living room. They're right beside the TV. If a commercial break comes on, if I'm not working on something or doing something otherwise distracting, I'm sitting here, I'm watching this tank, I'm watching the fish, I'm watching the guppies, and this tank is pretty green. I can zoom out here just a tad. I have pothos going around the base here, and there's a bunch of it on the top as well. So this tank is very green, and if you've seen the guppy tank, we have the Rotala and we have the Cardinalis in there. The gravel in it is a brown gravel. So you have this very green tank next to a tank that's got reds and browns. And I'd kind of like to keep with the green, although I do like how these look in here. They're not as deep of a red. You still get that green with it, and I kind of like that. So it'd be kind of nice to have that little pop of color in a spot. So, do I keep this in here or not? Yes or no? The Boost Philandra I have on 4 separate rocks in here. Do I bunch them up, make it look like a bigger plant? Do I space them out, spread them out a little bit? Do I add some hardscape into it? I'm sure the Tetra would be happy with a little piece of wood or something to release some of the tannins into the water. Do I go that route? What are your thoughts? This isn't a video where I'm actually going to sit here and work on it. I just want to kind of say it out loud, pick your brains, see what you guys would do out there. So like I said, I'm going to take all this out. Aqua soil is going to go underneath, so I have a nutrient layer for this stuff, and hopefully that nutrient layer will also give me a further depth to plant into to keep somebody, I'm not going to point any fingers or mention any names, but somebody from digging them up out of the gravel. But let me know what you think. The filter's going to be over here on this side because that's just how the lid is on it. That's where the cables and stuff are going to be, is over here on this side. So that's going to be the easiest place to put it. I don't have a background on this. The guppy tank has a black background. Do I leave this with no background? I'm going to have the plants in there, so you're not really going to be able to see the white wall behind it anyway. So, all the different things that I'm thinking about here as I'm getting ready to redo the tank for them. But let me know what you think. Thanks for hanging out with me here for this video that has turned out a lot longer than I thought it was going to be while I talked about this. Let me know what you think about stuff like this. Let me know how you would put the plants in, what you would do with hardscape. Remember, this is only a 5-gallon tank, so I can't do something extravagant with it, and it does have a lid, so I can't do something that's like popping out of the top. So let me know what you think. I appreciate you stopping by and watching the video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, weekend, evening, whatever it is while you're watching this. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you back for the upgraded version of their home.